Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a project pan update. We're going to be updating my original project pan, my pan over purchase project with stuff, and then also doo panned my Battleship. So I have 3 projects that I am participating in currently, and that is what we're going to run through. I know this update is super late, but I moved during this update. So things have been a little chaotic, but I'm looking forward to getting back on a, a more consistent schedule and being able to reach for a lot of the things that I'm panning more frequently. So I'm really excited about that. That being said, if you've missed any of these updates, I will link the playlist below if you want to go and catch up. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop on into the video. All right, so I think what we're gonna do is start with the OG project pan update because there are so many exciting updates here, which if you follow me over on IG, then you're probably already aware of a lot of them, but yeah, they're still super exciting. We're gonna go through the projects on my OG project pan. The majority of these have goals to finish. Some have goals to hit pan. I'll discuss that as we move along. The first product is the NARS lip balm. My goal for this was to completely finish that, and as you can see, I was able to accomplish it. I don't always scrape the product all the way out of components like that unless I really love them or am wanting to use them more or whatnot. And I did love this product, and I was not anticipating scraping it out to use it, but as I was scraping it out to recycle it, I was like, this would probably make a really pretty blush shade. So I scraped it out and I used it as blush, and I loved it that way. But yeah, really exciting, huge, empty. The next product is the Kaja Gloss Shot. This was another really big, exciting empty. This formulation is so good, juicy, hydrating, shiny. I don't think that they sell this anymore. At least it's not on Sephora. I felt like it wasn't on Kaja's site either. But this formula is incredible, quite literally incredible. And while I was happy to use it up, I will miss it. It was one of the oldest lip products in my collection, so that's why I really kind of just wanted to hunker down and finish it, and I was able to. The next product was my Nude Sticks bronzer. I've had that for a little over 2 years. Love the bronzer, love the formula, and I was able to finish it. I scraped out every last bit of that one because I absolutely loved it. The last time you saw it, it was in my Ace Beauté quad, and I'll show, if I haven't already, a picture of what it looked like the last time you saw it in the quad form. But yeah, phenomenal bronzer, highly recommend. Honestly, one that I would consider repurchasing. My cream bronzer collection is very maintained right now, so it's one that I could see myself picking back up, but regardless, I would recommend it. It was an incredible bronzer. I was also able to finish up the Hourglass concealer, which was just in the nick of time because it was 100% expiring. It was getting very creasy. It actually, one day, I think the last day I used it or the day before, it had started to create little breakouts under my eyes. So I finished that one in just the nick of time because I was like, if I miss this empty by a few uses, I'm going to be shitty. So yeah, that was very exciting, and we were able to finish that. That being said, I finished 4 makeup products, completely emptied them during this update, which is going to free up a lot of space to rotate some stuff in, which we'll get to. The other products that are still in the project from the beginning that I'm working on is the Makeup Forever lip liner pencil in the shade Endless Cacao. This is my favorite. I'm wearing it today. Actually, I wear it all the time, and it's still lasted quite literally forever. The progress though looks so satisfying, especially from the last update to this update. The jump is huge. I'm confident that we will finish this by my next update, which will be in August. So we have I don't know, 6-ish weeks after I'm filming this, but I definitely think I will be able to finish this up then. and I'm a level with you. I'm probably going to repurchase it because it's so good. I love the true cool tone of it, and it really just accents so many of my lip products perfectly. So when I finish it, I will probably repurchase it. It essentially just became a focus because it is like the oldest lip liner I have, so I wanted to kind of cycle through some of those things. Speaking of oldest products, the Merit Signature Lipstick. This one's in the shade Baby. I have it on today. It's a really nice nudie pink and can easily be manipulated by the liners that I have on, so I like that about it. The formula is extremely comfortable. As you can see, like, we are making progress on this, right? Like, the little Merit embossing that was right there is like pretty much completely worn away. You can see it a little bit on that side there, but we are making progress. We're working it down. I do have a lot of lippies, so I'm not like solely using this. I'm just being mindful to use it like a few times a month or once or twice a week to get use out of it. I would love to finish it by the end of the year. Don't really know how realistic that is, but that's the goal, and I'm continuing to work on it. The other product is the Chanel Le Beige Bronzer. I have the shade Tan Bronze, and my goal is to just hit pan on this. I don't know how close I am, but I do know there's a lot of product in this one. And like I have, as you can see, like worn it down and I've used a lot of this. So that is yay, but I hopefully will have pan by the next time I see you guys. Again, it's not something I'm like solely using. I'm using my other creams as well. So it is taking a while, and there is just so much product in this component. It is actually a little bit obnoxious. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, 30 grams of product. And I wanted to rotate it in because I was almost like kind of worried that it might potentially expire before I even like make a dent in it. And I do like it. So I rotated it in, and I do feel like I have made progress. That dip looks much like deeper and pronounced than it was before. So yeah, I'm going to keep working on this. I also have the Rare Beauty sample card in here. I did not use this at all throughout the update. Like I said, I was moving, so I didn't have like loose samples open, which also means the Danessa Vision Flush sample card. I have not worked on this at all either. However, I am going to rotate in a product from this, so let's move into what I'm rotating in. I'm going to rotate in the blush shade Sweet Nectar, and that is what I'm going to be focusing on from this sample card. If I like it, I'm going to continue to use it until I finish it. If for some reason I don't like it, I'm not going to force myself to finish it. I know I like the formula, so really it would just come down to like not enjoying the tone. I don't see that happening, but you never know. The next product I'm rotating in and I want to use to completion is this mystery setting spray that I got from an Ipsy box. I have 3 setting sprays now, and this one is the oldest and been open the longest, and it's probably like around down in here, I would guess, by jiggling it. So I'm hoping that I will be able to finish this by the next update. Now that I'm like in one stable place, I'm not traveling as much. Since I was packing my makeup a lot, I was bringing this because it has a lid. And the mystery one does not have a lid, but now that I'm more stable, I'm hopeful that I can really just kind of like focus on this and finish it. I do have the new e.l.f. one that I'm trying out, so I'll probably be using these like back and forth just to get a feel for things. But I would love to have this completely finished by our next update, if not almost gone. So that's the goal with that product. Another, we'll just talk about these in tandem here. The next 2 products I want to rotate in are from my Ace Beauté quad, and this is the one that I have been putting products in, like kind of depotting them into to finish and create like, you know, custom like quads. So yeah, anyways, this is the highlighter from the Natasha Denona Tan and Bronze palette. I depotted it a while ago. Like, I think I ended up trashing like 3 of the shades, and this was the only one that I kept to finish. But anyways, it's like a highlighter. However, I use it as a glowy bronzer. So I've really been like mixing these two or these two to achieve that. But I would really like to free up that space. And I decided I wanted to rotate it into the project because overall the tone of this is deeper and it's not going to be flattering on me in the winter. So I really want to focus on it here in the summer, where this is a great shade and I'll be able to get the most organic use out of it. Whereas like the Chanel one, like this is a great wintertime shade for me, but this is not. So I really want to just buckle down and try to finish this summer. I'm hoping to empty it by like August or September. The other product is over here. This is the MAC Glow Play blush in the shade Blush Please. Super pretty. It's actually, I'm wearing it today. And the reason it's in here is because like 2 uses after I hit pan, the component completely broke. I was like, what the? So yeah, the component completely broke. So I put it in here because I was honestly like, do I want to just call it a day and pitch it and be done with it? But then I decided to put it into this because like I do like the tone, I do like the formula, and I felt like I would more organically reach for it in a situation like this than if it was like a, you know, depotted single. And since I put it in here, I have used it quite a bit. Like today to do quick 20-minute makeup, this was already in here, so that's what I used. So I'm going to go ahead and rotate it in because I think right now I would love to finish it by the end of the year to empty a blush, because like I know that there's like a lot of product, but like in comparison to how much it came with, I've used a ton of product. And this is like, you know, we're getting close to the home stretch. So I want to go ahead and rotate it into my project pan and see if we can't finish it up. But yeah, so that's just like up close what those look like. And I'm gonna be, yeah, just working on them. I use this the majority of the time, so I think that that will be pretty easy to do. But this will be one that'll be a little bit of a challenge until the end of the year. But yes, I'm officially rotating it in. The next 2 products come in a component together, so I want to chat about them together. The Natasha Denona Glam Light Face Palette. I have quite a bit of progress in this. So I just want to show you guys what it looks like right now. I have 3 eyeshadow pans and a pan in that blush. What I'm going to rotate in is the highlighter shade, which is, oh, yep, I did take the blush off my finger. I was like, ah. Friggin' stunning. And then I'm gonna rotate in the eyeshadow shade Transition right here, because this is the shade that I use to like set and build the base for my looks, and it has like a pretty significant deep dip. So I want to rotate it in and see if we can't hit those 2 pans, because then every shade but that crease right there would have pan in it. And I think that's exciting. I think it'll look great. I genuinely love this palette and I reach for it very organically. It is one of the oldest products in my collection though. So I just want to, you know, continue to reach for it, make sure it's loved and used. Like, I love it. So I just, yeah, I want to get some more use out of it. So I'm going to rotate those 2 shades in, and the goal will be to hit pan. And I think that is it. What you're thinking, whew, that is kind of like a lot. We rotated 4 products out because I emptied them, And then we rotated in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we rotated in 6 products. But I'm hopeful too that like my Makeup Forever liner will probably be gone by the next update, and hopefully still have my setting spray, so it'll kind of even things back out. But I just really wanted to add some products that I am kind of thinking ahead to like what would I love to be finished or out of my collection by the end of the year, trying to kind of get ahead of that, because I do that at the end of every year. Like typically in October, I'm like, okay, what do I want in my end of the year project pan? So I'm kind of getting a little bit of a jump start on that, seeing what's close and moving forward that way. But yeah, that is it for the project pan update. So let's hop into my Battleship update. Okay, so this is called Doojie Pan My Battleship. It is a project over on Instagram that I am doing with Steph, and we document it. Every other month is when we update. Right now when I'm filming is an off month, so these updates are a little bit behind what the Instagram updates are, so you may already be aware of these. But essentially we're playing Battleship. We've placed ships in each other's palettes, and then as we hit pan, we ask the other, is this a hit or a miss? And you're trying to sink each other's ships. I would recommend going checking out Steph's project because like she's crushing it. Her palette looks B. It is so satisfying. She chose the Natasha Denona My Dream palette, and I have the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. We wanted to pick something that like the formula would be similar depth-wise and all of that, so it'd be more like fair, I guess. Let's see. So since you guys saw this last, I started with one pan when we started the project, and that was this one. Since I saw you, I have one new pan, and it was this one right here. And then I had this pan and this pan prior. So I have a total of 3 pans that I've hit for the project, a total of 4 pans in the palette. This one was a miss, this was a hit, and this was a hit. So if I wanted to be strategic, I would probably go for stuff around this, but I really just don't want to put that kind of pressure on myself and start to hate it, because I love organically reaching for this. I just typically go for like the same looks. So this project has really pushed me to use like some different stuff and create different stuff. That being said, I've gotten a lot more use out of these dark shades here, and I've gotten, you can't even really tell, but I've gotten so much use out of Bliss. I use Bliss all the time. There, maybe you can see the dip a little bit better. But yeah, I would say like Bliss has a pretty nice dip in it. And then other than that, that's it. Everything else looks like just slightly starting to get a little bit of a dip, but nothing significant, which is just crazy because I use Magma all the time, and I used Magma all the time before we started this project, and you really can't even tell at all. So yeah, I have just been slowly but surely working on this. My goal was to do like 4 to 5 looks a month. I have not met that. What are we in right now when I'm filming this? We're in June, and I've used it twice, but like the month before that, I think I used it 1 time. Like, I don't know, I'm using it, but not pressuring myself too. I think now that we're getting into the warmer months though, I will be more organically reaching for this because I love something that's more like glowy and bronzed. But yeah, Steph is kicking my ass right now. She's sunk 1 ship and is close to sinking a couple others. I have not, none of mine have been sank, but it'd be like that. And then the last update is pan over purchase. So this is the project that Steph and I created that is an essential like low buy. You have to earn your purchases, 25 points to earn a purchase. Points are accumulated through empties and through pans. in the month of April, I had a really great month again. I hit 6 pans. I had 9 empty makeup products for a total of 15 points, which brought my yearly point total to 48. So I just missed earning a purchase by 2 points. However, I used 2 purchases during the month of April. I bought the Kaja Dewy Bar in the shade Fig Smoothie. This was one of my purchases because I love this formula and I wanted another one. So I snagged that. And then I also bought the Dior face palette in Universal. And I love both of those. No regrets at all. However, it did break the pan over purchase rules because I only have 1 purchase available and I used 2. Therefore, I was negative a purchase, which it happens. It's a really hard project. I've been doing it for 3 years. I had some like wavering the year we started it, like where I go negative and then bring it back up to even. And I believe I ended even our first year. And then last year, I had no issues, was able to fairly easily maintain the 0 mark of not going in the negative on purchases. But then this year has been tougher. And I'll say that it's been a lot harder of a year. I think it's because I have dwindled down my collection a lot and I had a lot expire that I like didn't have as many options in some categories, which like sometimes for me that makes me feel kind of bored. So I was negative 1 point in April. However, during the month of May, I was able to hit 2 pans and get 2 makeup empties, which brought my point total for the year to 52. So that means I earned 1 purchase. That 1 purchase brought me back up to even so that I'm no longer in the negative, which was really exciting. I will say I'm filming this in the month of June and I have made some unjustifiable purchases, but we will talk about those during the next update. But I just wanted to say that like, if you are participating in this project and you're like, it is like hard and you feel like discouraged because you can't buy anything or because you're in the negative 1 or 2, like, yeah, it happens. Like at the end of the day, like you're an adult, you're in charge of your own money. Like if you want it and you can get it, buy it. Like if that's reason enough, if that's what you want to do. And that's like what it was with the purchases that I made. I didn't need either of those. I just wanted them, so I picked them up. And like the same with, the other 2 products that I have purchased so far, like they were not needs or, whatever. They are purchases that like I've been wanting to try for a while. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and do it. Like, unfortunately, I used like all the stress of moving, and this was like a little bit of a coping mechanism to do some shopping, which is like what we're trying to not do. But overall, I think it could have been a lot worse than it was. So I don't know. I'm not going to like quit the project, but I'm just going to like be like, yep, here is what I'm negative, and I'm going to keep working to empty stuff to, slough some of those off. And if they all don't come off at the end of the year, well then like kind of is what it is, So just, yeah, don't give up. Don't be discouraged. Like, we're not judging you in this project. We are not perfect. No one is perfect. We love makeup. This was just like essentially at the end of the day to help a lot of impulse purchasing and overconsumption. And I feel like I've still been overall successful at that, which is like the goal. And, realistically, if I've bought 6 products all year that I didn't need, compared to when we started this over 2 years ago, that's a huge win. The amount of stuff I was consuming at the volume like was just crazy and not sustainable and super wasteful. So like I also have to be really just, remember perspective and be mindful of like the growth and how far that I've come. And even though it's like, oh, I'm negative like a couple, like really in the grand scheme of things, that's not a lot compared to how much I used to consume. So I'm still like trying to be proud of myself and not beat myself up, because I did feel kind of guilty for a second. And then I was like, no, like, no, I have really, just, I don't know what the word is here, but really just locked down my collection and worked through it and decluttered things and been mindful, not brought in a lot. I had a whole bunch of shit expire. Like, I just, yeah, I really, and I'm not like saying like, oh, it's an excuse to go out and buy new stuff, but I don't feel bad because like I have done the work in my collection to where I feel like, okay, bringing in some stuff in some certain categories. Don't let me buy lipstick, you guys. Don't let me buy any lip products unless it's like a lip oil replacement. Don't let me. I have enough of those. But yeah, so I don't know. I know I got kind of rambly, but I just wanted to share that like it's fine if that happens. Like just keep working through it because you're trying to, at the end of the day, like curb bad habits. So yeah. That is enough of me rambling, though, I would say. If you made it to the end, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you have a incredible day, and I will talk to you all later. Bye!